Hello my friends and welcome on back to Minecraft. Today we are back here in the single player world of building with fWhip, and I am so very excited to be saying that because right now we are walking towards our giant port city. In the last episode, however, we were working on Papyrus yet again, where we built up the royal gardens as part of the giant palace or castle or whatever we really want to call it, and then on top of that we went over and built up a weird looking statue type thing. But that was really fun. I had a great time doing that one. I hope y'all did enjoy that episode. Today, however, we're back in the city. Many of you have been asking when I'm coming back to this project, and I was kind of like, not yet. Not quite yet. But there's been one thing that I've been wanting to do before we get to the world tour. Because the world tour and download and everything for y'all to get your hands on that is coming very, very soon here. And I felt like I couldn't leave this, where you just walk behind that house, you walk out of that little area right here, where we have the front entry fountain, you just leave the spot, it looks great. Right here, it looks absolutely awesome, like you're coming into this fantastic city, you're gonna explore it, and it's just open. It's just a big old grassy hill with nothing on top of it. So what I want to tackle today is we're gonna be building the houses all the way along here, going all the way up, hopefully, to this point right here. I'd love to just do like the strip of buildings straight through this area, add some trees in, add some more detail to it, and just create that whole lifelike city atmosphere. Because I'd love for you to be able to walk up here and walk down this area, minus I know we'd probably need some things over here as well, but we'll see what we have time for. I just want it to feel like you're actually inside of a city while you're walking around in here. So without any further ado, let's get to it. Bringing some of the lovely planning concrete powder back out here, we've got a decent idea of what this street's going to be. So we're gonna have a long skinny house in there. There's gonna be another roadway that opens up into a larger area back there, which will be like a marketplace of sorts. I'm envisioning a lot of little like carts and market stalls and things, and maybe like a central structure like a carousel or something right back in there, and then another way for the road to get down to that lower area where the horse stables is. Then we'll have this one. We got a tree right here. There's going to be another tree right along that guy. This is going to be like a rounded tower, just give it a little bit more height to it. Then this weird structure right here. We got a fully diagonal 45-degree one, slight diagonal one there, and then that's going to be like another stone tower, a bit of like a guard tower of sorts. I almost want to just put one of those, like figure out a in the city version of one of these things, probably more just stone focused, similar to how we have this bell tower, but maybe a little bit different than that guy. But that's kind of the plan for right now. I'm not really sure too much about the style of stuff I want to do for this area yet. I did want to raise this up so we have a little bit of a breakage in the road. So this is going to come up and there'll be a little bit of a seating area before you can go inside the door, like maybe right there or something. So I think to get myself started, I'm going to work on just adding in the texture variation for the road, and then we'll come through and start working on stuff over here. All right, I'm calling it now that this video is not going to come out on Sunday. I know I'd planned to do two of these back to back, but unfortunately the cold knocked me down a little bit harder than I thought it would. I started this video Friday morning, like mid-morning-ish after I finished up the last one, and then I ended up taking a 3-hour nap after the last clip that we did, and now it's Saturday afternoon because I just have not been able to talk without sounding totally terrible. I don't feel that crappy or sick or anything like that. I just like sound sick and it sucks. But anyways, I finished the road coming all the way up throughout here, and it's looking really cool. Just getting the texture variation in the road, and I love having these smooth stone strips going along the sides. Really helps bring a lot of this stuff here together. And what I've actually been working on is coming up with a new design for a type of a structure that we have over on this side, and it's interesting. I wanted to try and break away from using all of the stone and everything as the base. Like this is a stone base, that's an andesite base, that's a cobblestone base. We've got inside of here, we got a dead coral base. It's basically all like a gray theme for the base half, like the bottom half of the building. So for this one over here, I decided to change it up and bring in a bunch of white terracotta as like the bottom half with a little bit of like a bounding structure at the base using some of this stone brick here. And I like the idea, like I like it as an idea, but I think we're going to need to like break out some windows right here, maybe another one right over here, and that'll help to kind of break it up because this is way too smooth compared to everything else that we're using. And there's not many blocks that we can use too easily that actually like blend well with white terracotta. It's a hard block to match inside of this game, surprisingly. But this is kind of the one I'm working on right now. We'll do some windows right there. I also ended up spending a lot of the first half of the day on Saturday working on some texture variation stuff and creating my first actual connected textures. So if you look at these right here, you can see the spruce trapdoor right like that is kind of in the connected point. Then we place this one down here and you can see that they connect and look a little bit longer than they did before. Updated a lot of other texture pack stuff now that Optifine's finally getting worked out and updated and all that cool stuff. We'll visit those later. I want to keep building on this right now, not take up too much of the video time, because I got to finalize a few of those things first. But yeah, let's get back to this one. Already just looking down this street here and having this building on the side just makes it feel so much more full and completed and like we're in the city. Now that I've got the top section on this white terracotta is actually working. I think it's working well for me. Let's get some fishies in our offhand here because we need some more snacks. I really got to get a better food source than these. But what I've been working on so far is kind of just bringing in the second floor, getting the roof trim out. I've decided on the end here to come in and use some fence gates on these, which I think is pretty cool. I still got to fill in the rest of the roof. As you can see through here, you see a bunch of skylight. I don't know how much on the interior way that we're going to do today because I'm feeling much better. It's Saturday night right now, so I might see if I can't actually get these just done and do a shorter episode and so y'all can still get something tomorrow. But we'll see on that. No promises on, I guess y'all will know exactly when this video came out because you'll be watching this when, that's always weird. That's a weird concept when you're doing YouTube because you want to be like talking with people along the process of what you're doing and everything like that. And it's like, nope, you all are just seeing the end result. Like there's no, this isn't live. There's nothing like that. But anyways, I just wanted to very quickly, we're working on here and we need to get some more spruce stairs, is chat with y'all a little bit about kind of what the vacation that we went on recently, and I had a great time, so thank you everybody for the well wishes there. And I think unfortunately caught the bug on the way home from that one, but oh well, it's all good. I'm very, very happy. It was so much fun. We had a great time doing it. But one thing that I want to talk about is one night we went out and did this awesome like little sunset cruise thing that was super fun to do, and we just kind of got on a boat with another family and it was really chill and we're just sailing around. We did a little bit of snorkeling out there, saw some sea rays, unfortunately got stung by a small jellyfish. Wasn't a dangerous one, so that was totally fine. But one thing that kind of caught my eye that I want to chat with y'all about here real quick is more like a living in the moment type moment, I guess. Is we were going around and I'd taken my GoPro with me to take some pictures of what we were doing, and we accidentally clicked the video button on it instead of the picture button at one point and recorded like a 15-minute video, and the entire thing died because, you know, obviously that took a lot of recording out of it, and GoPros, unfortunately, their battery life does not last that long. At least the one I have. It's a few years old. So we were going along and we got to this amazing point at this beach where you could go into all these little caves when the tide was low and get some really cool pictures and everything. And we're going down there and it's like, wow, it would be awesome to take some pictures here. And then it's like, nope, the GoPro's dead. We can't really do anything. So it's kind of like a living in the moment type thing, which actually turned out to be really, really cool. And I know everybody's been bugging me about like the custom islands project that we've been doing. And just kind of through that time right there when we were in the caves and everything, I was thinking about it. I was like, this would be something really, really cool to try and build in Minecraft. And then I was like, that would be really fun to try and do for the island build. And then we left that area, kind of what we were doing there, and started walking up. This is going to be a very tall, weird roof. But we started walking back and we saw this place where we could kind of get up and look over the cliff that was in front of us, because it was like the caves were kind of into a cliff. And then on the other side was where the tide was coming in from. But anyways, we hiked up the hill and saw this really, really great view of the sunset going down. And everything up there was just absolutely gorgeous. I wish I had a picture, but that was kind of the one thing of like the live in the moment, do what you're doing. But I got this great memory in mind of what it looked like. And that gave me the complete idea for what I want to do for like the entire terrain that we're going to do for the custom islands build moving forwards here in the next little bit. I think I'm actually just going to replace these with some full blocks. But yeah, I don't really know where that ramble was going to go. More of like a live in the moment type thing, and also a small update on the custom biome that's going to be coming here soon after we get the world tour done. Optifine obviously is on its way. No shader support yet, but it's getting here. And that's kind of the main idea. And then you also saw how I build these weird roof lines and everything like that. Lots of block placing and lots of unplacing of blocks. I'm going to do a full block here and just another full block right there. That'll be fine. And yeah, I'm going to finish up the rest of this build here. The custom islands stuff will be coming here soon. I'll keep you all up to date on that as we're moving throughout. Since getting back from the trip, another thing I was going to mention, and we can just do that now, is I've been like super motivated to be doing some more work inside of this world. Mostly like this area. Actually, I'm actually really motivated to get some more work done on here. So we might be working on this city a little bit more until we get to the tour. I think it'd be really cool to try and get a little bit more of this stuff done. But yeah, time to get back to building. I'll be back with y'all with another update here soon. And with that, our first structure is finished. I think this actually turned out really cool. So this one is going to be a jeweler. I figured that kind of up there looked almost like a gem or some sort of like a gold something or another. And then inside of here, we're going to have a cool area for that. Maybe like a nice little seating area because it'll be more of a fancier shop. But that's going to be something that we deal with much later, because today I really want to focus on getting these exteriors done, just to have something to show for it. And what can we, maybe we just throw another little allium right down there. That could be good. But I decided to start adding in a few of these things, and I think adding in some wood above and below all of this white terracotta actually is really what made it work together the most. Filled it in this little gap right here with just a bunch of leaves, kind of like what we've been doing in the back areas over like that one. And now we are at the point where we just got to keep moving straight up this way. We'll have that road going off to the side over there. I think I'll leave that probably for later on, but we've got to get these ones done. So this one right here, we'll have this big old tree. Then we got, ooh, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 buildings left to do. Let's get these things moving. Next structure is coming along really nicely so far. It's kind of a clone of one that I've done previously, but mixing up obviously with this tower that does not exist at this time because I have no idea at all what I want to do in there. But this is kind of the general shape of it right now. It's just 2 floors, and the way to break it up so we didn't have to have any variation between it coming out or going back in or anything like that, I just added this big flower pot planter along this side. I think it did a good job of it. Now on the inside, it's just kind of bland and boring in here right now. I have no idea what the profession is going to be for this one yet, but I was thinking probably since we're going to have that tower there, that's going to be a little bit taller. We can even it out, and back in this corner, probably something right about here. I'm thinking we could turn this whole section and get rid of all of this blue concrete powder that we have down here and just turn this section right here into a little bit of cobblestone action, so we can get a bit of a furnace set up or some sort of a chimney coming out of this guy. I think it's going to be, it will do a pretty good job with that right in here. And then we can just do a little bit more like that, and then stacking it all the way up on the inside. We can get up to the top and just throw that campfire on top of there. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. I think I'm going to leave this tower off for now because I have no idea what to do for that one. But these structures down here, I feel like will be a little bit easier to get done currently. Ignoring all of our lovely shulker boxes here, I've planned out the rough idea that I'm going to use for the rest of these structures. This one here is going to be using this old dead horn coral block as the base of it to give it a little bit of a warmer color. We might throw another tree in there, or maybe just a small planting pot, kind of like that guy. Maybe actually that little tiny tree duplicated right there could be pretty cool. But the inside, which I think is going to be really cool for this one, is after these on the upper layers, we're going to use some stripped spruce log, stripped oak log for the second floor. The third floor is going to be some light gray concrete. And then the fourth floor, we're going to have a small little tiny attic on it, just to make it a tad bit taller than that one and not too overpowering compared to those. But that's going to be like a recessed white concrete to give it a little bit more of a darker glare to it, or darker tint to it, which is exactly the color palette I've used over on this building. Starting to just go around because we have so many different variations of it. Now we can just start taking the color palette from those old ones, bringing it over and doing it in a new shape, and it's going to look a lot more interesting. Like this one right here is the exact same color palette as that guy right down there on the corner, maybe minus that polished andesite and bring in some polished granite here instead. But that's kind of the rough front of this one. It's a full 45 degrees, so we got to keep taking it back. And that's kind of over there. This one's still very much work in progress. It's going to be just some white terracotta up at the top with a bunch of spruce logs, dark oak wood, and spruce trapdoors. And then the base is just going to be this stuff. And we'll make it very gardeny and lush, and like we've been doing with everything else in the city. And then the tower is just going to be a normal cobblestone and stone brick and everything going way up high into the sky. But that's kind of it for everything right now. That's the base plan. I thought that'd be kind of cool to show a different way of thinking about this, planning out the build palette for each of them so that we make sure that the colors are all working together. And I really tried hard to make sure that there's no duplicates from like directly over here is directly right over there. There's going to be a little similarities. The top of this one's going to have some acacia wood as the top, and that's kind of the same roof color right there, but I don't think that'll matter too much for this. right, there we have it. The rough structures for all of these new houses are in, and it looks so cool walking down here. I still got to add in a lot of the windows and detail bits and plants and just all of the extra junk throughout here, but I know this video is super late by now. I'm still trying to get it out on Sunday. And oh my gosh, I know. I'm trying really hard here, everybody, but I hope y'all enjoyed that time lapse. I'm going to come through here next and add in a bunch of windows for those, detail out all these little areas, and get this structure probably cleaned out a little bit more. I really like the way the strip jungle log interacts with the purple terracotta up there. I feel like that is a really, really cool color combination, so I'm happy that I was able to get that one working on there. I'm totally out of terracotta at this point, though. We have less than one shulker box of it, which I know seems like a lot, but we go through resources so quickly here. But let me get back to the detail part of it. But with the sky and everything, the custom sky pack and just the street, it looks so cool here. Though a few of those views from the time lapses, I was just like, oh my gosh, this city is really cool. Like this right here, if we stand like right about here, absolutely love it. Where it looks like we have a street going this way and one going down that way. That's just such a cool view. I have sat here for so long trying to think of an idea for this stupid thing that I even went around and decided to round up a few more cats from villages around here and bring them in here as more creeper protection, because I don't know what I want to do for this stupid tower. I have no idea. Normally I don't get this type of a block, and of course it's happening on the time where I'm trying to get a video out. Oh, well, we got this awesome tree in here. I love that it completely covers the roadway, so it kind of blocks your view as you're traveling throughout here, because in the end you're going to see a lot more buildings back in that area. So getting this greenery in here is very, very cool. I've started adding in a lot of little bits and details here, got all of the windows in place, bunch of leaves added in throughout this entire area, threw in a few more banners, added in a little bit of a market stall. I'm leaving the roads purposefully open right now. I want to bring in a few wagons and carts and maybe have some people look like they're walking around. Not really people, but like more carts and looking like things are being transported around the city. But I just haven't really gotten around to that part yet. But we got little trees throughout here, a bunch of grassy bits. Decided to come back in here and tweak the top and add in a few more of those trapdoors as like window shutters. Added in a few more windows to the structure in general, actually, like those two guys right there. I figured we needed some on this side as well, so they could probably see into the market, or not a market square, but this royal area where the bank is right back down there, which eventually we'll do the interior on. And they seem eventually that we'll do the interior on all these structures. But I'm gonna go spend a little bit of time here on Pinterest and just finally just get some inspiration. I've been trying to think of something to do for this. I don't want to do a stone tower. Like a stone tower would be the easy concept right here. But if you look at right here, that is a flat stone face. This is all stone. And if we do that as stone as well, it'll just feel very gray throughout here. So I want to do like a wooden one almost, but not really. Maybe we'll do like stone up to like right there and then do just like a double layer wooden top on it. That could work out, but we'll find out. All right, there we go, folks. The tower is in. It's kind of weird looking. I think it's probably not my best work, but I think it's going to have to do for today. This one is a good one. I realized I left some scaffolding up here, though. So let's go ahead and get that stuff back. And it's pretty good. I like it enough. I like it enough to be able to keep it in here. It's just a stone base like we're talking about. And then I did just one section for the wood. So it just kind of peeks itself out a little bit above. I keep hitting myself when trying to fly out of here. But it peeks itself out a little bit above this top tower here. And I just want to double check I got all of the brick stuff back in place. I did. That is good. And I think I'm actually going to go ahead and replace this one right here. There's a few little floating things in there that I just kind of left for now until we come back to do the interiors. But I think that's pretty much going to have to do it for today's episode. I'm trying to get this one out, so I got to render it. I'm already about 2 hours late on Sunday, so hopefully this can render quick and y'all aren't asleep already by the time it goes live. But anyways, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy today's episode coming back here into the city. Let me know what y'all want to be seeing moving forwards into the future. I had a lot of fun on this one. This was actually really, really fun to come back in here and just work in this area again. It's been so long since we've been here, and it was really nice actually coming back. So let me know what y'all want to be seeing next moving forwards. Please be sure to hit that like button down below if you did enjoy the video. Click that subscribe button if you're brand new and made it this far, and I will catch you on the flip side.